speaking of celebrating, you know we love these stories and we haven't done one for a while, so it's time. Get your tissues out, ladies and gentlemen, because we are showing you a homecoming. So Aliana, Diana, and Ileana had not seen their father for 11 months. He was serving in Qatar. And so they, of course, orchestrated a little surprise. This is Sergeant Ruiz de Chavez surprising his 3 girls at school. Check this out.
Okay. Okay.
So just sweet tears of excitement and surprise, and the teachers there capturing it in the cafeteria. I will say, you know, they always interview the soldiers that are coming home, and one common theme between them all is just how nervous they are, the nervous energy to see their kids because they haven't seen them for so long, and then just the relief of being in each other's arms once again. So Sergeant Ruiz de Chavez, thank you so much for your service, and we're happy that you're home.
Yes, and Kara, these videos, I mean, well, we always say there should just be a reunion network where we can just watch these happy reunions of families and friends, and what joy that it is for them finally to be back together. And I got to tell you, I mean, they're getting pretty crafty there in terms of the way some of them try to really orchestrate these awesome reunions. So that's kind of fun watching them get creative too. Not that they need to, for heaven's sakes. I mean, their kids would just be happy to.
No, of course. Some of them are very creative, and what a sacrifice all of those families make. That's right. So thank you for letting us celebrate your joy. We love to see it. And whenever somebody decides I want to do a network, give Christine and I a call. We can help. All right. Speaking of people who have been serving our country, this next gentleman is Colonel Ray Johnson. He's an Air Force veteran. He served in the Air Force for 30 years. He also was at the Pentagon stationed during 9/11. What a storied life he has led thus far. And he has recently, we're celebrating Colonel Johnson, but we're also celebrating Hondo. Now, who is Hondo? Hondo is his new service dog. Hondo was just part of a passing the leash ceremony to Colonel Johnson a few weeks ago, and he will help him with small menial tasks, but also keeping him mentally fit as well. Hondo was actually with another 9/11 survivor working in the Pentagon previously, and Colonel Johnson was so touched by this and the ceremony that went on. Here's what he had to say when he got Hondo.
Thank you took on a different meaning to me this week, that people are willing to dedicate their lives, you know, to give that time and a dog to a person, to a veteran, is just phenomenal. Hondo, boom.
So Smoky Mountain Service Dogs is this organization. It's in East Tennessee, and it takes 2 years to prepare the dog and about $25,000 in investment. So he was clearly touched by this gift and his new best friend. And you know, another thing he said, Christine, that I thought was so poignant was he said, obviously, I've had all these things happen to me in my life or for me, but I look back on them and each one of them has been such a blessing. So thank you, Colonel Johnson, for your service, and happy trails to you and Hondo.
Yes. Oh, I love that. It's almost as if Uno knew, Kara, that we were talking about a 4-legged friend, man's best friend, because he just wandered into the room. He's sitting down on the couch staring at me now doing the show. Hi, Uni. It's just incredible, the joy that they bring to our lives. So the fact that we could do that for someone who has protected us and our country and our safety and security, it's just, it seems like a small thing to offer to him, a huge thing, though, in his eyes. So that's what matters. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Uno is so smart. Those Australian shepherds, y'all, really smart. Okay, let's get into this last one really quickly because it's so sweet and I love it so much. So it's about Rose and Jack Byrne, and they just got the sweetest present for their 72nd wedding anniversary. They're 95 and 94 years old, respectively. And here's what they got. They got to see each other. They had not seen each other for over a year because of COVID. And
oh my God,
Virginia, sorry, did I say Rose and Jack? I must have just watched Titanic. Virginia His
did.
wife lives
I was
in the
thinking of the
family home,
Titanic.
and Jack lives in an assisted living facility. Yes, lives in an assisted living facility who had such strict COVID lockdown regulations that she wasn't able to visit him. So she was finally able to visit him on their 72nd wedding anniversary. And she said that when she saw him, the sparkle in his eyes was just like she remembered it, and that she felt like she was home again because they were able to be in each other's arms. So happy anniversary, you two. And they're looking good, real good, handsome couple.
Real good, Kara. Aspire to that. That is incredible. And how romantic. I mean, what a sweet thing for her to say. I'm just so happy for everyone that can finally see their loved ones, their friends. Again, it's just a real blessing. And you are a blessing to me, my friend. But
It is.
you did say Rose and Jack, and I was like, from the Titanic? Anyway, if you have a fun or interesting It's All Good stories, send it to Kara. It's facebook.com/ATL&Co, or tweet us using that hashtag, It's All Good. Now that makes me want to watch that movie again.